As a founder myself, I've went through a lot of sales decks, and one of those questions that always come, no avoidance, is how do you price your services? Now, for a external, for example, as a marketing guy, that for any company out there, really, you're concerned about the return on investment, right? But let's just focus on what is the cost that you can expect. So really, I think that there are a few kinds of SEOs, right? There are the freelancers and then there are the agencies. So the freelancers, I think that some parts of us are notorious for saying that we can rank in 6 months with like just $100 a month. Well, I think that some things, when they sound too good to be true, they usually are. So I would say that if people are not charging about 500 to 1K at least, or 1 grand a month at least, I think that you should be very careful. Do your research, see what kind of work goes into that. Because in that level, I would think that there should be some level of basic keyword research. I don't think that there will be any content production. There will probably be some on-page optimizations going on, but I don't think there will be anything other than the basic. And generally, there should be no keyword tracking in that price range. Now, the most common price range is where it's usually about 1,500 to about 3 grand a month. That's the most usual package that we've seen. Generally, there's about 20 keywords being tracked. There's also content production, maybe 1 or 2 blogs a month for the company. And then there's also the typical backlinks being built, like domains submissions into listicles, and maybe 1 or 2 guest posts a month. So these are generally good prices for companies that are maybe just coming out of mid-market, 5 to 6 figures. I think these are good packages for people like them because it's not a lot of risk over like 6 months or a year. And if it doesn't work for them, then I think that maybe there's something wrong in how they do things, but do your research in the scopes that they provide and whether there's any experience in your particular industry, even then for this range. And then away from that, there is also the range that is 5 grand and above. Usually those that are 5 grand and above, or 4 grand plus and above, is usually enterprise level SEO. So for those, it's either there's 30 to 40 keywords tracked, or the KPI is really more like on like a search traffic type of KPI. So for example, okay, there's no point tracking our keywords because we have too many variants of keywords that we want to go for. So instead of looking at the keywords, we look at, okay, what does the search console, i.e. the free tool that Google provides you to track your traffic, what is the trend there? Is it going up as what we expected, or is it actually going down despite putting in so much money? And usually for enterprise levels of above 5 grand monthly, you would also expect things like public relations blasts, content, technical reviews as well, and also even business reviews in that level. Because at an enterprise level, we see that the companies in the enterprise level really want you to be tied to their business development department. So if you're getting in the leads, okay, you've used these keywords to get in the leads, but how good are these leads, right? You need to talk to your business development guys. So really, I think that the premium that the companies in the enterprise level pay for is the fact that you need to come in and constantly offer advice and guidance into not just the marketing side of things, but also the business development side and the closing side of things, not as part of your responsibility, but they expect that value add as well. And in the technical side of things, they will also want you to do things like, hi, I've got a new section of my website ready to be launched. Is this website architecture, i.e. how we lay out our page, and these sort of contents will be there for our sections. Are these contents even good? Are there any other contents that we missed? They will also ask you to provide this sort of advice. So for enterprise level, yes, they pay high, but there's a reason why they pay high. They expect more insights into parts of the business close to marketing and business development that maybe you might not have a hand in.